And those two legs will be available later on this month. Chelsea taking on Middlesbrough, Fulham against Liverpool. But it's all about your former team, isn't it, Jan? Middlesbrough getting it done against Chelsea. They're going to win it all now.
It was a fantastic game. It was a fantastic atmosphere. It was on the 66th birthday of a fantastic chairman, Steve Gibson. A great night. And when Xhaka was in Newcastle, I was at Teesside. I was at Middlesbrough. Fun fact, I played the first game at the Riverside. We beat Chelsea 2-0, and I made a Buzz Aldrin goal. Nobody will listen to that I scored a second goal because Craig Hignett scored the first at the stadium. So it means a lot to them. They are down in the Championship. It's going to be tough. It's going to be the Battle of Stamford Bridge, of course. But I still think there is a chance. I mean, in the first half, we saw the chances here. Palmer could have one or two goals for them, but all credit to Middlesbrough. There were some injuries as well. They battled and they won the game. So this is happy time at Teesside.
Now, interesting enough, this weekend we're going to see two teams who are in the semi-final facing off against each other. Chelsea against Fulham. It's a bit of a strange weekend in the Premier League. You've got 5 ties this weekend. Whoever's not playing have a little break. And then those 10 teams are back next weekend. Well, this lot have a break. I think that makes sense.
Sure.
At the title ones, Liverpool, one of those teams that will be having a break. As it stands, they sit top of the table, 3 points clear of Villa, Manchester City in third, Arsenal fourth. Yeah, we haven't had you on in for a while. Let's talk first. Erling Haaland, is he ever going to be fit?
I think there is a chance now that Alfie Haaland would play ahead of Erling Haaland. But yes, he's been out for a while. I think that I'm going at Xhaka's hometown this week, and I'm doing Newcastle against City. My tip is we won't see him there. I think also that they hope for a easier draw in the FA Cup to make him get into the things there. There is a game in the middle. I think it's 31st of January. They're playing Chelsea. I think there is a game there. If I will put my money on that, I will think that it will be at least back there. All the reports saying that if things go slowly but steady, better, and he will be back soon. Quite 2 good signings for Manchester City in this transfer window, Erling Haaland and De Bruyne.
Yeah, not too bad as well. Erling Haaland's gone missing, as has Martin Odegaard. What's happened to him, Jan?
Well, now I can't buy your narrative. We learned that in some schools, didn't we? Martin Odegaard's rest of the Arsenal team are struggling a bit at the moment. I think there is a lot of things going on there. I mean, the Fulham game was terrible, but West Ham in the last game, they were at least up there. But I don't like the way Arteta is finding excuses for performances, because the hardest thing in football is to score goals. And still, they created a lot of chances against Liverpool, but there is a lack of something. There's a lack of skill. There's not only lack of luck, because this is also to have that skill to score those goals. And I've been a big defender of Kai Havertz. I like him. I remember him back in the Leverkusen days. He's one of the guys. But as a number 9, he's not a number 9. Against Liverpool, his confidence was so low. You just saw it. When he came to a scoring position, he thought himself, well, I got to have a shot. I know I won't score, but I just have to have a shot now. And that is something that they have to change soon. I think Arsenal will be back, because I guess maybe the crisis is, yes, on the results, but if you see on the table, they're still in there. So I think that Martin Odegaard and Arsenal will be back.
And they've got Palace, of course, next up, who've been struggling of late as well, Jan. How many horses are in this race?
I said before the season, I thought that Liverpool would be the main challenger for Manchester City.
Jan.
Yes, I do. So I would say this is a 2-horse race.
Oh, really? Arsenal are out of it?
Yes.
Because of Odegaard's form?
Because of lack of a striker. Because when Liverpool have Salah and they have other players who can score goals, Manchester City got Haaland, they got Alvarez. Arsenal haven't got any proven goal scorer. I think that win the competitive Premier League. And yes, I haven't forgotten Aston Villa, but I think that Aston Villa will be very happy to be top 4. So I think this is a race between Liverpool and City. And I do think that Liverpool have a great chance to win the trophy this season, because they have picked points also at a time where they weren't that good. So it's going to be a fantastic end of the season in England.
It's never good when someone starts a sentence with, I always used to be a fan of Kai Havertz. You know it's all going to go downhill from there. I haven't spoken to you about the Premier League for a while either. We haven't been on together. What do you make of what we've seen over the last couple of weeks, and how will it define what we'll see at the end of the season?
I think a separation as to who the real contenders are and those that perhaps not so much. The trend for Arsenal right now is troubling, and you see a team that is trying to find answers and a manager who's trying to find answers, and whatever reasons or whatever excuses he can come up with doesn't quite match what we're seeing on the field. And what we're seeing on the field is a team that is struggling not only to score goals but to find results. I don't know how that trend stops for Arsenal, and so therefore it feels like, yes, Manchester City, they are the ones to beat, but Liverpool, if they can just maintain some level of pressure on Manchester City and force Manchester City to be perfect, for Manchester City to get 3 points at a time, because you go ahead and get 3 points yourself, is going to give Liverpool every chance to win this title.
How much will this warm weather break that Arsenal are going on help reset everything? Despite the fact that families are there, which Stevie's very angry about.
Stevie would. I'm not sure. Listen, I think Arsenal's problems have been there for everybody to see. So a lack of a goal scorer, we've been seeing that probably since the first week of December. They've been able to get by without that out-and-out goal scorer, but that catches up with you eventually. Warm weather break, if they sign a goal scorer, I'm sure helps a whole lot more. But no real suggestion of that happening as of right now. I know we've got another just short of 3 weeks to go in the transfer window. That is the only solution. I don't see how Saka and Havertz are the goal scorers that carry you to a Premier League title.